Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. 10-2 stop. Check 24. Check 24. Patchy. Check 52. Check 3. Get it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. We got 4.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins.
Good job, D. Good job.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ready, break. Smooth. Tight end right. 4 down. Hey, high 7. Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start.
And he's into the clear. 30. 10, 5, and he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Protein spill. Check, check. Fresh down.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's second and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, 4 down, 4 down. I got 80 seconds, I got 80 seconds. Look at me, zipper. 52. No gain on this defense, no gain. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 36. 7-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 51. Mike 51. It's going to be a long...
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 13. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 4 yards out. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch the shit! 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Go! On me.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go! 70, Indy. Get that. Hey, Charlie. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 52's the mic, boy. 52. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Forsett. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta.
Key to tight
Get it.
2nd and 4. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down. Alert.
No, check that. Check Alpha. 2 right here. Snap.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yep.
Mike Bartu. Are you getting that?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
You'd make sure that
absolutely.
he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
They'll find Lindsey here. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone.
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lock now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Hey, exit.
Set the turn, defense, let's go. Joker.
61, matchbox white. Twist. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st down, Locke. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They come up in an offset eye.
15 line. Gone.
Safety's creeping. Check. Lucky.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready, break.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Smooth.
2nd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Here's Locke to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Hey, Echo. We got 3. Yo, go. He's coming in motion. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, orbit. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
From the gun, Lawrence. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. On 4th down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll go again with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Topper! Clear.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready! 8, read.
You can't block me.
Hey, Haywood.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Ready, set.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the set.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
You ain't got nothing.
53's the mic.
Off play action. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Where's 52?
Right, Alpha.
52's the mic. You don't want none of those.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is locked. Catch is made by Xxecutioner. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, 48 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Now.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
52's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 52's the mic. Mike
Bravo. Watch time. Hit it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Open man, Xxecutioner. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Move. 4 down.
Go.
24's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
You got three down. Get it.
2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. From the gun, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside.
Let's go. Ready? Watch time. Five.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Christian Travis. Check 52. Rock it. Hey, Sam off.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 25 on second down, Locke. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing now is Locke. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Locke now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Look at me, zipper.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. That's complete to Xxecutioner. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Kill.
6-yard line.
Go.
Stay at home.
Get it.
On first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the 34-yard line.
Got it.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hey, exit.
3 down. Out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, Lawrence. Able to haul it in is Kittle. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey.